A new era of the Alex Cross series is upon us, and this time is starring the one and only Aldous Hodge. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Lawrence Report. And yes, Aldous Hodge is taking over the mantle as the one and only Alex Cross. Now, when it comes to Aldous Hodge, he's one of those actors that if he's playing in it, you gotta see it, right? When I first discovered Aldous Hodge back in Underground, hashtag Justice for Underground, that was my show right there. Of course, I saw him as Jim Brown, played Jim Brown One Night in Miami. I saw him as Hawkman and Black Adam. Great in that right there. But there's one role I would love to see him also play. I'm talking about the one and only Black Panther. But we'll save that discussion for another time, y'all. But Aldous Hodge, and this right here was absolutely mind-blowing. And if I'm being honest, this right here is probably some of the best work that I've seen Aldous Hodge play, right? But before we go even further, we greatly appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button, like, and please do not forget to comment. Let's talk about the one and only Alex Cross. Quick overview. We'll give you guys a quick overview about what this series is truly all about. Alex Cross is a decorated DC detective and a forensic psychologist who faces a sadistic serial killer who is after him and his partner, the one and only John Sampson. Together, both of them must track down this killer because this killer's from the past. He's also threatening to harm Alex, his family, and everybody in the community that Alex deeply cares about. And yes, y'all, this right here, for me, tens across the board, if I'm being honest with you. Aldous absolutely delivered in this right here. The writing, to me, was crisp. It was only 8 episodes, which I thought was pretty cool. So I knew the writing, hopefully, was going to be nice and tight. The pacing was great. It was everything I wanted, in this detective thriller, type vibe when it came to a show like this right here. And Aldous, he put on a performance, I believe, for the ages. And I really do believe that this right here is absolutely some of his best work. So if you're into crime thrillers, things of that nature right there, this right here is absolutely the show for you. And I'm hoping that we will get a season 2 because I honestly feel like Aldous definitely delivered in this right here. And one of the things I absolutely loved, it was shot basically in DC. It's like maybe some bits and pieces of Baltimore, maybe here and there, but I also love the DC lingo that they had when it come to them shooting this right here. They was eating the mambo sauce. It was shot in DC. You could see the beautiful surroundings. It was snowing out there. Like, this was really an on-site venture that I really and truly enjoy, because I know the people from DC. I'm not from DC, but I heard bits and pieces. But I know people from DC. I know they definitely can appreciate how much love Ben's Chili Bowl. That's a staple. I've been to DC twice. That's a staple in the DC area, right? But when it came to the overall show, I was on, for the most part, I was on edge of my seat. Because I'm like, yo, this killer right here that they're after, this dude is crazy. This series almost remind me of a cat and mouse type game, right? And it almost remind me of Batman versus the Joker, right? Because this villain, he reminded me so much of the Joker being in a crazy house, doing some of the crazy and scary things that only he can do. And there's only one man in the city, the one on Alex Cross, that can deliver and help save the city. Now, I have not read the James Patterson books. If you guys have read the books below, if you guys have read the books, let me know below and comment to let me know, does this series currently live up to the hype of the books? The thing about the Alex Cross series is literally within the first 10 minutes of the show, they don't hold back. It automatically pulls you in. It automatically pulls in your attention, right? Because we know that his wife passed. They also take on this case of a Black Lives Matter teen, right? And those of us that, was alive and, have studied the Black History Matters, during that time, there was unfortunately some people that was shot and killed and their hair was actually shaved off, or they were just missing with clothes. So this was a real life true event when it came to the Black Lives Matter movement. So I thought it was dope that they decided to take on that role, and I'm interested to see, what they will take on, when it comes to hopefully us getting a season 2, because it's basically two stories intertwined, right? So again, I appreciate them taking on, you know, that role when it came to, Black Lives Matter, working these police departments, sometimes we as a community, we don't trust the police sometimes. But yeah, that was so amazing. So amazing. I really love how Alex Cross' partner in crime, John, he played a very crucial role into helping Alex, become a better man. These two, they came up in the ranks together. They knew each other when it was, if I'm not mistaken, like way back in the day. And they really came up in the ranks. But I think the scene that really got to me was when, you know, Alex was completely spinning out of control, right? But John needs to bring him back. He was like, listen, I need you to get some help, brother. I need you to please go get some mental help because, this case and everything that's happened to your wife, you're not the same person. So he was trying to look out for his mental health. I appreciate that because every Batman at the end of the day needs a Robin. And to me, that's what he was for Alex Cross. This villain right here, Ed, man, he was absolutely like, this dude was crazy. Like, I would hate to run into a late night alley with a guy like that. But you know the old saying, every good villain deserves a good hero as well. And this guy right here played the heck out of this role of being this wild serial killer that I never want to run across somebody of that nature right there. But overall, Alex Cross for me was a 10 out of 10. I'm here. I'm here for season 2. We need it. Amazon Prime, I hope and I know that this show should get a green light for season 2. Alex Hodge delivered. The story was incredible. The writing was there. I love the environment. I love the world building that they have with this right here. Is everything you want. If you're a fan of those CSI, detective type shows, this right here, but it's everything you want and more. They even took on real world events, such as the Black Lives Matter movement. Dope, you know what I'm saying? And, just all that is intertwined when it came to these stories, about a detective, losing his wife and, trying to protect his community, but at the same time, in the back of his mind, it's like, yo, my wife died. I'm not the same man that I once was. How can I still be a hero to this community? Even the first episode, I think it was called Hero Complex, if I'm not mistaken. They showed us what it's like to have to carry the world sometimes on your shoulder as being a pillar of the community. So hats off to Aldous, hats off to Amazon Prime. We need that season 2. Hopefully, maybe next year. I'm hoping, but we shall see. We shall see. Alex Cross on Prime, y'all. Check it out. 10s across the board for me. 10s across the board, y'all. 10s across the board. Really enjoy this. And as always, thank you for tuning in to The Lawrence Report.